over here. Feels so good. Easy. Armed and dangerous. I could use the practice.
Alright, aloha, my name is Tracy, and this is a video on my Amara EMP setup. Basically what this setup does is it allows you to run around on the map stripping shields and frying brain cells with massive bursts of electricity. Now, a couple things about this build. First off, this is inspired by Moxsy's Chernobyl Amara build. If you don't know who Moxsy is, where the heck have you been? Moxsy is a gamer and YouTuber and content provider and streamer who is one of the best examples of the incredible variety and diversity and nuance in the Borderlands game. He and his fans collectively have probably come up with more viable, efficient, and just plain fun builds, mostly but not exclusively for Amara, than anybody else I can think of. And he's constantly coming up with more. You really need to check him out. Anyway, his particular build involved running around the map doing massive pulses of radiation damage, hence Chernobyl. Okay, and it wasn't a real detailed build that needed an awful lot of gear. The two main pieces of gear you needed was a red suit shield, which gave you 100% radiation immunity, and you needed a radiation variant of one of these. This is the Shrieking Devil. That's what this is right here. Okay. And the thing about the Shrieking Devil, it comes in all elements, dual elements, smaller one. It's a blue rarity item, and it has a very short range, but a very big splash damage. So big, in fact, that if you don't have immunity to the particular element you're using, you will kill yourself very fast. But if you do, you can do a lot of damage very quickly. And in fact, it's one of these ones where you have to charge it up, okay, and then let go. And so if you... There you go. You see that area effect there. Now, if you hold it longer, it does even more damage. Okay. So that was his idea, and I liked the build so much that I basically ran around and farmed. I can't remember the name of the creature you get it from. It's the Hammerlock creature hunt in Necrotophail, Desolation's Edge. It'll come to me later on. Something devil. Anyway. It took me 3 or 4 days of farming an hour or two a day. I finally got one in the right elements. I got this one, which is shock radiation, and I had a red suit. I had a red suit shield. Yeah, red suit shield, and I tried it out without doing any kind of big changes to my build, and it was a hell of a lot of fun. It was a little bit glass candy in places. I did go down, but again, I hadn't tweaked it. Okay. And I said, okay, this is cool. I might mess with this later on. But then I went and looked at it and realized the other element on here was shock. And I normally run this transformer. This is a transformer with a Terra anointment for generating ammo. I've got a hex here that applies Terra every 5 seconds after X skill in. And so I basically swapped it out. I said, okay, I'm going to run this with this, and I'm going to run this with the shock elemental instead and see what that does. And that turned out to be a ton of fun. Now, I'm going to show you the setup, and I call it a setup I don't call it build because, again, I didn't tweak anything in my actual build. I didn't mess with the skills at all. I just dropped the pieces of equipment because that's what I'm trying to do with my build. I'm trying to build a modular kind of plug-and-play setup where I can just change out my action skill, my element, my augments, and my gear for whatever situation I'm in. So I don't have to respec. I don't have to go back to Sanctuary to change out gear. That's the idea I'm shooting for here. And right now I'm running Phase Grass. Tizabine. I can actually swap this out. It depends on what I'm going after here. I'm doing shock right now. I can swap it up. But the nice thing about shock is if I've got that on, and if I've got my transform on, I can basically stand right in the middle of the cloud that this thing creates and not worry about it. In fact, I can get additional shock to recharge my shield. The point being that basically every time I fire this thing off, I'm not only doing damage in close range, but I'm also healing my shield, recharging my shield. Boom, boom. A couple guys are still upstairs. Come on down, guys. Where's the other one? That's the only problem. I get so far away. Okay, so yeah, that's the idea. Basically, I'm constantly recharging my shield every time I fire. Now, the thing about this gun is, again, it has a very short range, so you have to get close. And, of course, you need to charge it and then let go. And when you do that, you're not moving as fast. So one of the things that Moxsy pointed out about his build was that you need ways to basically speed up your movement. Amara can do that in a number of ways with her skills. I did not tweak anything to do that. Right now, I'm been experimenting. Right now, I'm using this particular guy, but it's not adding because I have to actually do melee damage to speed myself up. I was messing though with this one, which of course doubles my shield and basically drops me down to 1 health, and that works too. Come on, guys, where are you? Come on down, come on down. The only problem is you can't see half the time. There's a guy up top. Where'd he go? Oh, there he is. If I hold... Oh, I just lost some health there. Loot dose. Sorry, guys. That's the other problem is you can't, when you're in close, you can't see a whole lot, so you gotta really use that map. But a lot of fun. Hello. Now the only place I have to really worry somewhat is if I run into the storm chucker, but again, with the storm chucker, he's not gonna hurt my shield. I just have to worry about him meleeing me. Get anybody with that? No. Badass. It's a badass. Go. Oh, there's somebody here. Where'd they go? Oh, come on, you gonna be a pain in the butt? Oh, there you are. I'm gonna switch over. Okay. So, there you go. But it gets better. By the way, while we're here, neutral modifiers. Okay. I've actually done this once or twice with minus 50% to shock and minus 50%. Oh, come on. Gee whiz, I hate that. And minus 50% to shotguns. And still done okay. Where are you? Stay still. That's the only problem. You gotta get close. Okay. There's another guy down there. We're gonna forget him. Forget him for now and come back. I actually probably should have switched up. I should probably switch up. Can't do it right now. Fine. Gotta watch out with him because he can take your shield down really fast. That's a smarter move. Part of this is the Nimbus comm. But actually that works really well with this. I'm not even switching elements here. Just trying to get behind him. Can't see behind him because of all that visual pollution. I just gotta keep an eye on my shield. Go back and forth between spamming and he's done. So, yeah. A lot of fun. Won't work for everybody. I hate wood blockers. Red queen. Okay. But that's what you can do. Again, I've done this with much worse modifiers. Okay. And again, I also haven't tweaked anything. Okay, there's nothing in the build that I changed from my normal build, which I'll show to you. I'm not even going to go over it because it's still a work in progress. So that's it. Thank you much.